You have to open ImageMate. Down. IM. That one. Double click the IM. There you go. Did you hit record? Yeah. Then just maximize. There you go. New seats will be chosen because it's been 6 weeks. Plus, some of you can't handle who you're sitting next to anymore. We'll see. How many of my people who can't see? Nobody? Go. All right. And then it's open game. Some of you, the more you keep talking, the more you've lost your spot to sit next to certain people. We're on the downward slope, guys. We got this week, 4 days, and next week. And then we go on a break. And then it's just cut. There's no school Friday. I will be at Disneyland. Sorry. She what? Right now? I have a pass. I need to go renew. I have 3 that I pay for. I pay for mine, my mom, and Audrey. All right. I'd get the step down, but the problem is I can't go on Christmas time. And, like, there's another time. That's really when I can go. Just gonna eat this cookie brownie. During the week? Weekday or weekend? I could. Audrey's only here every other weekend, so that's part. Cookie brownie? It's delicious. No, Miss Brown makes them. I'm not going to lose my credential over something stupid. No, he was doing a fundraiser, so he did it that day. And they're not supposed to. Shut up. Stop. All right, we're going to graph this. What do we do? You have to find the x-intercepts. What else do you need to find? Y-intercept. What else? The vertex. Okay. So where do you want to start? I'm going to start with y-intercept. No, because I can't take the square root of 7. If it was 16 or 25 or 30, yeah, something like that, then yeah. But because I can't take the square root of 7, then I can't do that. All right, how do I find it? Plug in 0 for what? So what do I write? F of 0 equals 4 times 0 squared minus 7. So f of 0 is what? Negative 7. So ordered pair is 0, negative 7. It's a good review for your retest. Now what? Before x-intercepts. That's going to be long. Vertex. My x-intercept's going to be like a long part. All right, so vertex, how do I do it?
Don't you put 7 into
No. Axis of symmetry, which is what? A. Yeah, then say it, because you're probably right. So what's your B? 0. What's your A?
4.
So 0 over 8, which is just what? 0. Hey, what's my vertex? Negative 7. Why is it negative 7? Because I already have that point. 0 can't be repeated more than once, right? Otherwise, it's not a function. So if I already have 0, then I already know it's 0 comma negative 7. My y-intercept and my vertex are exactly the same. All right. Now what's next? X-intercepts. Does this factor? How do you know? What do you put on top? Negative 28 on the bottom. Do you have two numbers that multiply to give me negative 20 but add up to give me 0? No. So we're going to ignore that. It doesn't factor. So we have to use what? Which is what? X equals?
Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2.
Mm-hmm. I hope so. What goes here? First one.
0.
Next one.
0.
Next one.
4.
Next one.
Negative
And? This should be easy. X equals 0 plus or minus radical 0 squared is what? 0. Negative 4 times 4 times negative 7. Is it positive or negative? All over 8. So 0 plus or minus radical 112 over 8. What am I going to do now? Do I need the 0? Nope. I know it's x equals plus or minus radical 112 over 8. We're going to do simplify radical form first before we do a decimal, because I want to make sure you know what to do. How do you simplify 112? Factor tree it. What goes into 112?
2 and
16 and 7. What goes into 16? Oh, I just pulled out my earring. What goes into 16? 4 and 4 and 4? 2 and 2. Circling what? How many groups do you have? So what does 112 give you? Plus or minus goes in front. But yeah. All right, so we get x equals 4 plus or minus 4 radical 7 over 8. Now what? Nope. Simplify. Simplify what? By bigger than 2. By 4. It does, but if I leave the 0 in the front, it's 0 plus or minus 4 radical 7 over 8. Can I divide this by 4?
Yeah.
Because it's still 0. So I don't need it on this one, okay? The only time it works is when you just have the plus or minus. So we get what? X equals plus or minus radical 7 over 2. Now you can plug it in the calculator. How many answers should I have? What is your first one you're plugging in the calculator? X equals what? 7 over, radical 7 over 2. Hey, there's a button on the calculator. Let me show you. Just in case. Someone called it the ND button. It's not that. It says N divided by D. Do you see the button N divided by D?
Yeah.
We have my calculator. There's a button here called N divided by D. What do you think that stands for? Numerator and denominator. So if I press that button, after I turn it on, you get a fraction. Oh, look at that. What's the top fraction going to be? Second square root of 7. And the denominator is going to be what? 2. Okay? I still have to press the arrow button for it to give me a decimal, but that will work, okay? Now, if I don't do it that way, how are you going to plug it in also? Second square root of 7. You don't have to enter. Divided by. Now notice that I'm still underneath the radical though. Do you see that? I have to arrow over for the radical to close up. Did you see how it closed? So then you would hit divide by 2. Okay? So I'll have to press the decimal button. So either way works, just so you know. Could I use that for a longer problem? I could. I could use that numerator over denominator button for a longer problem if I wanted to. So if you have my calculator, those are your options. All right. What did you get for the positive one? X is approximately 1.32. Good. So your ordered pair is what? Good. And for the second one, it's going to be x is equal to negative square root of 7 over 2. So x is approximately 1.32. It's negative. Why are the numbers exactly the same? Because what? Because the vertex is 0. So if you're at 0, you got to be equally as far on both sides. So one's going to just be positive, one's going to be negative.
When we do the ND, how do we get to the bottom?
Press the arrow down. That big circle thing. Go ahead and draw yourself a graph. Negative radical. My radical just got a little crazy. Is this a skinny or a wide graph? It's skinny. How do I know? Because the A is 4. It's a whole number. Is it going up or down?
Up.
Why? All of this is review. The only thing new, and it's not really new, is using the quadratic formula. All right, graphing what first? The vertex, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is also the y-intercept. So I can't mirror anything because it's exactly in the same spot. All right, so then I graph also what? The x-intercept, so negative 1.32 and positive negative 1. Super skinny graph. What's your range? I'm not going to talk about domain because domain's always the same, yet people don't fill it in on their test. That's special. Domain's always negative infinity to infinity for IM2. Actually, for these, yeah. What's your range, though? What? -7 to infinity. Yep. The y's. The vertex. Whichever way it's going. So if it's going up, it's infinity. If it's going down, then I got to come from negative infinity to a vertex. You what? You winged it? We got it right. The only thing you have to worry about is range. Range is the only one that deals with y's. Everything else is x values. Do we need to practice the other ones? Increase. Decrease. Positive. Negative, especially if you're retesting. Because if you're retesting, guess what's on it? Mm-hmm. Where are you increasing from? Wrong. Where are you increasing? 0 to infinity. Why is it 0? Because it has to be x. Remember, the only one that deals with y is which one? Range. Decreasing from where? Positive from where? That's your negative. Positive. And then from 2. She said part of it, yeah. Thank you. All right, let's do another one. Let's do another one. Thank you. Okay. What? Miss Morales did too. Miss McKelly, Miss Morales, Miss Brown, Miss Albalba, Mr. Roby, I think. Yeah, Roby. I think there's a Spanish teacher too. They all graduated from here. I think Miss Martinez did. Yeah, Miss Neal was Miss Brown's teacher, and I think Miss Morales' teacher. Miss Hughes, who was a drama teacher back not that long ago. That drama, like the building Sarah Hughes is named after. She was here when my mom was here, and she just retired like 4 years ago. Mr. Gray's taking over for now. Oh my God. You guys should be finding y-intercept, then you should be finding the vertex, then you should be finding the x-intercepts. Yes? Why are we talking? Yes.
Yeah, how do you determine which one you
You mean instead of factoring? It doesn't factor. No, not if you're using quad formula. All right, let's do y-intercept. What are we plugging for y-intercept? 4. So f of 0 equals negative 2 times 0 squared plus 4 times 0 plus 2. So we get f of 0 equals what? Good. So 0, comma 2. All right, then we're going to find the what? The vertex. So we're going to do vertex on the side. So I'm going to do x equals negative b over 2a. So x equals negative times something over 2 times something. What's your b? 4. What's your a? So I get negative 4 over negative 4, which is positive 1. What do I do with positive 1? You plug it back in. Very good. So f of 1 equals negative 2 times 1 squared plus 4 times 1 plus 2. Order of operations has to do what first? Exponent. So we get 1 squared, which is 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. 4 times 1 plus 2. Add from left to right. Negative 2 plus 4 plus 2. So 1 comma 4. Then we do what? Your exit. That was a vertex. X-intercepts. So the third thing is x-intercepts. And if I want to check to see if it factors, remember you multiply a times c. So negative 2 times positive 2 is what? Negative 4 and positive 4 on the bottom. So what it says is two numbers multiply to give me negative 4 and add up to give me positive 4. Does that work? No, it doesn't. So it doesn't factor. So we're going to use quad formula. I lost my earring again. All right. So what goes here? And here? And here. And here? And here. So we get x equals negative 4 plus or minus radical. 4 squared is what? 16. Negative 4 times negative 2 times 2. Positive or negative? Over negative 4. So 16 plus 16 is? So negative 4 plus or minus radical 32 over negative 4. Double negative makes a positive. So we get 4 plus or minus radical 32. What do we do now? Factor tree the 32. GCF. What goes in? 16 and 2. 16. 4. Circling groups of. What do I get? Radical. All of this is review, right? Okay. Then I get x equals 4 plus or minus 4 radical 2 over 4. Now what? Yep. Reduce by what? By 4. Oops, missed it. So we get x equals 1 plus or minus 1 radical over. How many answers are you going to break up? 2. What are your 2 answers? 1 plus square root of 2, and then 1 minus the square root of 2. As a decimal, x is approximately what? What'd you get? 2.4? 1 comes next? Okay. And x is approximately 0.41. Then you should have what? Graphed it. Just going up or down? Mm-hmm. So I graph 1, 4 as my vertex. My y-intercept is 0, 2. Can I reflect 0, 2?
Yeah.
Where does it reflect? 2, 2 is correct. My y-intercept is negative 0.4, so it's about here, and then 2.4, which is about here. Oops, I missed it, but it's okay. Yep. What's your range here? Negative infinity to 4. It's your y value. The only one that takes the y value. Everything else is based on x. Questions? Time for your summary. Questions first, then summary.